Hello and welcome back to the channel. So, you remember the rise of Skywalker? On the lead up to that, and obviously, what was it? The Last Jedi? Yeah, The Last Jedi. We heard rumours and rumblings that Rey, and of course in The Force Awakens, was going to be a Kenobi. Now everyone was a bit like, meh, sort of, I mean, better than a Mary Sue, but Turns out that was actually something that they were floating around, which, is it infinitely better than, it's not particularly great, but it's definitely infinitely better than, stupid shriveled up maggot boy being her, basically father, but grandfather. And I say father because, of course, she's the offspring of a clone, a defective clone. So fucking stupid. God damn, what were they thinking? What were they thinking? But anyway, this all came out, and of course, this is hilarious and is worth having a look at, isn't it? So the article's linked down below. Let's take a look. Star Wars star. That's a funny word, isn't it? Star. Could you be deemed a star? Daisy Ridley has revealed that the screenwriters for Disney's sequel trilogy once toyed with the idea of Rey being related to Obi-Wan Kenobi. But of course, no. They had to go just a stupid decision and have her, the son and the daughter and granddaughter of Emperor Palpatine, shriveled maggot boy. Anyway, during September 8th appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Ridley told guest host Josh Gad that at the beginning there was toying with an Obi-Wan connection. There were different versions. Then it really went to it was no one. Then it came to episode whatever, 9, and JJ pitched me the film, and I was like, oh yeah, Palpatine is granddaddy. That's how she talks. Like she had an aneurysm or something. God damn. Which would have made sense because it sounded like there was that throwback, the Force flashback, which sounded like Obi-Wan was, talking about Rey and her first steps and things like this and all of that kind of stuff. And it makes more sense than bloody Emperor Palpatine, doesn't it? Like, goddamn, but how desperate can you be? Obviously, it seems that the writers were unable to agree upon a backstory for Rey, as Ridley then explains how 2 weeks later, 2 weeks, he was like, oh, we're not sure. So it kept changing. So then, even as we were filming, I wasn't sure what the answer was going to be. That's terrible. That's truly terrible. Like, how bad is that? As Star Wars fans now know, Rey was ultimately revealed to be the granddaughter and daughter. Again, remember, because it's literally just a failed clone. A failed clone that was somehow a son, but wasn't a son really, because, Star Wars reasons and all that crap. Ridley's anecdote is the second in as many weeks to reveal the screenwriters for the Star Wars sequel trilogy had little established plans for the characters. Well, as if that's rocket science. We all knew that. We only have to watch the film, you can tell that. Last week, fellow star John Boyega told GQ that Disney knew what to do with Daisy Ridley, you knew what to do with Adam Driver, knew what to do with these other people, but when it came to Kelly Marie Tran, when it came to John Boyega, F all. Stunning and brave, John Boyega. Like that's ever going to affect your, your career now. Come on, behave. Look, at the end of the day, they didn't know what to do with Kelly Marie Tran at all. But then that was a character which they shouldn't have even introduced. John Boyega's character would have been interesting if they chose to do something with him. A defective stormtrooper, someone who's like gone to the other side. I mean, that's epic. The internal power struggles, the vendettas, the vengeance. It's so ripe for exploring, and yeah, they did nothing with it, which is a shame. And he says Adam Driver, but they didn't even know what to do with Adam Driver, because he became... what was the point? And what was the point with Knights of Ren? Oh my god. I'm loud. Bringing it back. Ultimately, Star Wars fans now know Rey was revealed to be the granddaughter and daughter of Emperor Palpatine. I was going to say Rey Palpatine. I mean, she is Palpatine, but whatever. Obviously, do you think Rey being related to Obi-Wan... The thing is, would it have made more sense? That's what you go ask yourself. Would it have made more sense? Well, it would have, in the sense that Obi-Wan was always a bit of a Jack the Lad. He was always a bit of a tear away from the Jedi. He did things a little bit differently, didn't he? You know? Like, it would have made sense that he would have then gone, I tell you what, screw being a sand monk. You know, a space monk that believes in the wills and all that stuff. I'm just going to go bonk some, you know, some woman on Tatooine. You know, and then obviously Rey was born. It would have made more sense. It would have made more sense why she was force sensitive as well. It would have made more sense because you wouldn't have had to bring back Emperor Palpatine to explain this dumb shit. And that's the other thing, isn't it, as well? They wrote themselves into a corner because they introduced the fact that, you know, Emperor Palpatine was here, and it's just, God. I tell you what, whenever I hear this, I always think to myself, these people are paid millions of dollars, and they can't write a cohesive story to save their life. There is no justice in the world. That is what I think. That's what I think when I hear this crap. And yeah, of course it's somewhat jealousy, but I also think, you know, there are better people out there, and it's not even me, but there are better people out there that could write a better story than this shite. Why aren't you using them? You know, is there some form of internal politics where you have to use people that are crap? What is it, Disney? What is it, mate? What is it, Kathleen? Why can't you get your ducks in a row and sort it out? Because it is baffling. The utter stupidity at large. It really is. Super, super dumb. But what do you guys think? Seriously, what do you guys think? Would you have preferred her to be an Obi-Wan Kenobi daughter, granddaughter, even a niece, just something better than Emperor Palpatine? Is it better? Is it worse? Because when I think of her, the fact that they didn't know what they were doing goes to show that they shoehorned Emperor Palpatine in as a way to explain Rey, that she wasn't such a Mary Sue. That's the explanation. That's the reason why they did it. And to try to please fans. But in doing so, you open up a whole other can of worms. You know, so much crap. So if they kept it to Obi-Wan Kenobi, you wouldn't have had Emperor Palpatine. You wouldn't have had fucking Force clones. Snoke probably wouldn't have ended up being a clone, for starters. So, just pickled Snokes, mate, everywhere. So many things could have been righted with probably just this one decision. So I'll hand it on over to you. What do you think? Let me know down below. And like I say, what's your pitch? Because there's people out there that definitely write better than the garbage they keep putting out. So what do you guys think? What's your pitch? You know, see if you can earn your millions. Because apparently it doesn't take much. Apparently you only have to have the, you know, the cognitive ability of a 2-year-old. So anyway, let me know down below if you're new here. Do hit subscribe. Sorry I've been MIA today and yesterday. Sorry, bruz. Do apologise. Is what it is, I guess. I'm catching up now. Take care.